Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Scott Schilling, the Authentic Connector. And sometimes people ask me, well, what's the Authentic Connector all about? Well, fortunately, over my career, I've done over 3,000 live events, shared the stage with virtually every name you know. You may or may not know mine. That wasn't important at the time. But what it's allowed me to do is create tremendous relationships like the one that we're going to use and talk about right here. But really, the Authentic Connector is all about accelerating results through people, products, and projects. Well, this is one of those projects that, quite frankly, you need to know about. And in fact, instead of me talking about it, we're going to have my good friend Bill Andersen, who's one of the leaders in GOVVI, actually share a bit about it. Bill, thanks for joining us here today.
It's great to be here. It's good to see you, even if it is at a distance.
Exactly.
I have to come to Texas to visit some warm weather, I think.
Yeah, well, not today, but one of these days for sure. Uh, GOVVI was really launched as an e-commerce company with one main product to start out that really got everybody's attention. Let's hear
Well,
a little bit about that.
yeah, it did. In fact, it's been 7 months now, and in those 7 months, just a little quick history of that moment or that event of launching a single product. We've done $7 million in sales. We've got 11 shipping facilities or shipping locations around the world. We've shipped product into 40 countries. 24,000 promoters are now talking about this product worldwide. Just recently, this last couple of weeks, opened the Philippines. Japan is right behind. It's just a lot of excitement, and they're all suffering from a similar problem, and that is that everybody is buying really expensive gas and fuel. And so GOVVI, as you pointed out, really licensed themselves or went into each of these countries as by definition, an e-commerce company or a subscription model, but launched with a singular product that got everybody's attention at the moment because fuel prices are on everybody's lips worldwide. So it's been a really good strategy to get out of the gate with that model. So far, so good. And GOVVI we always knew that there would be products that would trickle on behind, but it was really designed to be likened to an Amazon. When Amazon started, we all thought, okay, this is weird, but we can buy our books online and we can go order whatever we want, and they send it to our house. And of course, we all know what Amazon has evolved into. You now can order everything, and it's delivered from a drone at my front door. Sometimes it feels like the same, like an hour later. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I actually ordered something the other day, no kidding, and it got there the exact same day, which is
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt that they've done a fine job. But again, I think back to the original state of Amazon. You're right; it was about books, and everybody's like, "What's this all about?" Right? But it was really putting the process in place. So GOVVI started with the fuel pill and had exceptional results from the pill. What are some of the results people are uh, experiencing by using the fuel catalyst?
well, it's been extraordinary. I mean, we have an entire testimonial page where people go from all over the world and put testimonials. But we've seen, on the low end, 10% savings, high end. I mean, some people in various countries are getting 30, 40% or more sometimes savings in their fuel economy. And that's an extraordinary story. When you have a product like ours that breaks the fuel molecule down into its smallest component, it then inside of the cylinder allows for a cleaner burn, a more complete burn, and thus creating more horsepower, better usage of the fuel. So we're using less fuel, running it at a lower temperature. So the wear and tear on the motor is not near as bad. And then because we got the clean burn, we also then affected emissions that are coming out the other end. And we've had a couple of organizations do independent studies on our actual pill. We got a study that we were blown away that their emission, we were assuming, and we'd been touting that we're reducing emissions by 40%. In their tests, they were as high as 85% reduction.
Wow.
Now, That conversation alone is a very, very large conversation. Everybody in California would solve their problem and not have to go buy an electric car if they just used the GOVVI pill, because it would reduce emissions by 40%. You know,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean that's massive just in itself. I know that I've experienced, probably I'm going to say about 20% increase in mileage. Gosh, fuel expense. The good news is I don't drive as much as I once did, but it's still, anytime you can save some money, saving money is making money.
well,
You
yeah,
can use it somewhere else.
yeah, this is a cool thing. I mean, listen, this is 1973 Nobel Prize for this technology. You don't get a Nobel Prize if it might work, or it kind of works, or it's a little bit of work. It works. And the science has been solid for a long, long time. So people around the world get it. It's very affordable. It's very easy to get access to. It's very easy to ship. We ship a little sachet with 5 pills in it. One pill treats 20 gallons, both diesel as well as regular fuel. And we're having a riot, and people are enjoying amazing experiences. So that's been a fun launch. And like I say, $7 million of sales in 7 months is not a bad get out of the gate.
No, that's awesome. So that was a start, and now GOVVI is expanding into other products that, quite frankly, are exceptional and people need to know about. So what's happening now?
Well, we, like, I suppose, have learned some lessons from Amazon. We, like Amazon, tested or have been testing some products and seeing what the people's interest would be. And what we're finding is that people are jumping up and down and screaming for anything and everything that is improving the way their body feels, like really feels. I mean, health matters. How my body feels, how my knees feel, how my back feels, how my overall health feels is really, really important. Now, science has also given us, just like we understand the science of fuel, we also understand the science of fuel in our bodies. We know that glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant in the human system, actually in the mammal system, in any mammal. So in the human system, glutathione does 3 amazing things. It reduces inflammation, it creates ATP energy, and it detoxifies the cell. So if you just think about those 3 things, what does that mean to my body? Because people don't, a lot of people have never even heard of glutathione, even though it's been used in science for years and
Sure.
years. If we were to have a heart attack, you'd go in and they'd stick a glutathione drip right in your arm, and they've been doing it for 50 years in hospitals. So glutathione is sort of that antioxidant that some people know and most don't. Here's the bottom line of glutathione: when it's gone, you're dead. When your glutathione is gone, you are done. You're going home. And by the
Wow.
time you're 50, if you're healthy, you've already utilized 50% of your glutathione, which is then starting to create the aging process. When you and I met, I had dark hair. It's now gray and
That's
I'm
right.
losing some. Yours was darker too. We've known each
Mhm.
other a long time. Our glutathione is reducing in our systems because we're aging. Our knees are sore. Our bodies are feeling different in our 60s, right? So we're 2 perfect examples of guys that need to produce or need to motivate our body to produce more glutathione. So what we have, or what science has created for us, is a product that motivates the development of glutathione in the system naturally, but also to just give it a quick hit or a quick precursor. We give it a small amount of synthetic glutathione in a liposomal wrap. So essentially what that means is the liposomal wrap allows us to get it through the cell wall, to penetrate, and to get it kick-started. It would be metaphorically like my car battery's dead and I have 2 choices. I can either
Mhm.
jump it, boom, right now, and get it started and then let the battery recharge, or I can put a real slow battery charge on it to improve my starting capacity, right? Taking our product with the liposomal, boom, and then it lets the battery get going. So it is very exciting. For those people that know about glutathione, they would be all over this. They would want to try this product because it's really getting some extraordinary outcomes. If you've not tried a glutathione product, or you don't know what it is, Guys, you can go to PubMed and you can read hundreds of thousands of articles, peer-reviewed articles on glutathione, anything, glutathione heart disease, glutathione AIDS, glutathione cancer, glutathione, whatever it is you want to know about and how glutathione affects it. It's already been so well written that we would never catch up. But what we're producing is outcomes, and people love it. So that's
why I'm excited. I know I've already got mine ordered. It's on its way, and looking forward. Had a couple hips replaced over the last 6 months, and so my body has certainly taken some. It's obviously much better because I have new titanium parts, but at the same time, my body has taken some from anesthetic and a variety of different things, and the precursor of wearing my hips out before doing that. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to taking that product and having all those great experiences, because as we do get more mature, code word for older, we need some of this help. So that's another exceptional product. What else is coming?
Well, this one is really a wow factor. Frankly, it's caught us off guard how wow it is. We knew it was going to be good. We just didn't know it was going to be as good as it has become. And that is that we have been working with a science and chemistry team. The request was take the best of the best in the weight loss industry and stuff that's from a healthy perspective, a good weight loss, powerful component that gives us the best of thermogenesis, gives us the best of managing our blood sugar, gives us the best of fat burning. What can we do to put in those components? And then the question had to be asked, why do weight loss products not work? And why do they swing people back and forth? And what is really going on? Eating is emotional. Most of us do it emotionally, whether we're stressed or we just like it. It's our social work with other people. We get together, we have big lunches, we have big breakfasts, we have big dinners, whatever. We eat too much, and we consume too much sugar or processed food. That's just what we do. And so the question had to be asked, how could you tell the brain, stop eating? Like Very stop nice. Eating. And I don't mean like a suppressant. I mean, stop with the emotional perspective. So the chemists and the scientists got together and said, listen, what have we learned from cannabinoids? What have we learned? We've learned that when you separate those cannabinoids, you are using some of them to increase energy, some of them to increase healing. They motivate activity. But if all of those cannabinoids exist, isn't there one that tells us to stop? Well, surprise, surprise. And there is. And that cannabinoid has been put in this product. I now have been taking it for a couple of weeks. I've lost 9 pounds.
Wow.
In 2 weeks. I feel great. I've noticed when I go order a meal that I've normally eaten all of, like I have this really favorite little Vietnamese place I go down to, and they make a noodle bowl with some pork and some stuff on it, right? And vegetables. And I normally just chow down on the whole thing, and it's a good meal, and I feel like it's a healthy meal. I literally can't eat more than half, maybe 3/4 now.
That's awesome.
I can't eat a whole burger that's decked out, burger and fries that's decked out at Five Guys or some fancy burger joint. I can't order a full big meal order. And now what I'm finding is I eat that piece, the portion I want. I eat till I'm full, and then I just stop. And then I don't find myself needing food again until my body says, I need some more fuel. And I need some more fuel. I get some more fuel. I eat till I'm full, which happens very quickly, and boom, done. And I got to tell you, I'm blown away for me, because my body doesn't swing 9 pounds in 2 weeks. It just doesn't happen.
No, I mean that part's exciting, because again, you don't get to be my size without eating. So,
right.
Really looking forward to that product coming as well, and
well, I think it would be fun.
Advantage of that.
Yeah, I think it would be fun for you because you've been with all that you've been through with your surgeries and your hips and whatnot. There's a lot of stress that comes with that. And I would think that emotional eating, inability to get in and out of the house sometimes. I mean, I know you've been through a lot and there's been a lot of pain in doing so. And so probably the attachment of the emotional eating component.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a wise voice speaking to people that are in that space because they're very often the ones that can't get up and get around or are dealing with conditions of challenges, knees, ankles, hips, backs, that their only go-to is their emotional meal. And this could be a really fun solution for that.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it because again, I've tried a lot of potions, lotions, holistic, all sorts of different things, and this is the first one with this ingredient of its type, and really looking forward to the personal experience of it all. That's all you can ever do, right? Everybody can tell you how it works for them and all those kinds of good things. I'm one of those. Well, let me add it. Let me see what it does for me. So,
Well, the
excited
thing,
about that.
yeah, the thing that we've done is we've sat around from a marketing perspective and thought about the e-commerce delivery. So we have a fuel pill that you use. It depends on how much you drive, but let's just call it you use once a week to fill your tank, right? You take a glutathione or a weight loss once a day. And I'm going to just give you a little teaser that the next one that's coming, you will use multiple times a day.
Wow.
So that will be coming 60 days from now. We'll do another one of these interviews, or maybe 45 days
Yeah.
from now, we'll do another one of these interviews. And we will give you a head spinning conversation that, along with what we're doing, is pretty cool. So, this e commerce subscription model is following an interesting pathway. And I would just say this, Scott: economists, major speakers, Tony Robbins, Kiyosaki, major speakers in the industry that we're in have all pretty much agreed and stated that the most important and most powerful economic driver or most powerful opportunity today is a secondary form of income that is residual.
Right. Absolutely.
And we've talked about this before in our lives. You can say whatever you want about e-commerce or networking or multi-level or any of those kinds of things. The truth of the matter is they work. And in today's world, if you can provide products for people that are go-to workable products that they can refer their friends to,
Right.
and they can see themselves, first of all, taking it or using it, and then they can see themselves telling somebody about it, we're willing to pay very nicely. Our compensation plan is extraordinary. And there's lots of companies you can make money in this space. This is one that you really actually can. And it works, and we're having a riot doing it. So we in that $7 million that has been made by GOVVI, $3.5 million of commissions have been paid to
That's awesome.
people.
Well, it's an economic engine. People are needing that these days. Especially if you're a product of the product, you're utilizing the product. I know, again, the gas bills have gone down with that product. Fully anticipate the health benefits to be achieved through the others and the weight loss product. Look forward to what's coming. And e-commerce is not going away. I mean, the internet is here, the ability to do it, and the fact that we share what works for us. And what's wrong with representing something that works for us that other people can benefit from too, and we can get a little secondary income from. So that's what a great solution all the way around.
I agree, and we're having more fun than I can imagine. I'm having more fun than I've had in years, actually.
That's awesome. Well, again, really appreciate your time. We will do this again, probably 60, 90 days down the road. Thank you so much for joining us here and sharing your great wisdom with all this opportunity.
See you, everybody.
Thanks all. We'll see you again soon. God bless.